What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Mr. Mustache MMA News. Today, I want to discuss this Saturday's fight between Pat Sabatini and Chepe Mariscal, Part 2, the rematch. But guys, before we get into it, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to continue getting more MMA content by yours truly. Help the channel grow. All right, guys, getting right into it, we got a fun fight, right? Two guys who like to put on the pressure, striker versus grappler matchup, a classic rematch, a split decision in the past. I think Chepe got the victory via split decision. I couldn't really find any fucking footage on that fight, so it was tough to really, get any gauge on kind of what happened. But to be honest, both guys have had phenomenal UFC careers, ups and downs. You have Chepe, though, right now, who's on a 7-fight win streak, putting guys away. Most recently, Ricardo Ramos. Who was it? Damon Jackson, Morgan Schreier. He's really putting up, they are really leveling him up each and every single time, slowly but surely. But Chepe Mariscal has definitely made a name for himself. And where he doesn't get finishes left and right, he's still dangerous and puts on the pressure and goes for the finish. Phenomenal striker. Pressure is just the best way. I just forward movement, sense of urgency. He wants to go out there and punish his opponent. Chepe is the type of guy who has grown on me over the years, time and time again. Just showing grit, heart, will, determination, right? Time and time again. But now he's going against a guy in Pat Sabatini, who is just like the human version of a pit bull, right? Relentless pressure, phenomenal wrestling, amazing strength. He's not the tallest guy for the weight class, but like if you see his back, dude, like the way that he's built, like the guy, you see the strength, right? And that's really just what he is. Grit, heart, will, determination on the other end of it, right? Just a complete grinder, a bruiser, a berserker. And we've seen some ups and downs. We saw the knockout loss to Damon Jackson, the knockout loss to Diego Lopez. But the times where he has lost, it's been to really, when they've really stepped him up to the competition. Because when he does fight some of these guys who are trying to make a name for themselves as well, he really just kind of puts an end to that. His most recent fight with Joe Anderson Brito was just, he was just dominance, right? Just went out there and just, it's one of those things where he did what he had to do to get the victory, but he did it in such a dominant fashion that now, it's time to kind of just step things up a little bit. At 35 years old, now is the time for Pat Sabatini. And this is a fun rematch, because Pat, even though he is more of a wrestling style grinding fighter, I think he's got some power, right? I do like his hands. I do like his striking. It's not at the level I think of where it should be at, but I think that his grappling is enough to where he can mix it up enough to where his hands are a little bit more dangerous than some other guys, right? But nonetheless, I don't know who I'm picking in this fight. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. Because Chepe is just on a tear, right? And he seems to just kind of have it figured out now. Where Pat, we've seen doubt. We've seen him get finished, right? We've also seen the same thing with Chepe, but it's been in the past. He was knocked out by Steve Garcia. But I don't know. I think with this fight, oh, it's tough. Maybe Chepe. I see Chepe. I want to see Pat get his hand raised. Because if he fights smart and gets the fight to the ground, we can see Pat grind out a solid victory. But then I can also see Chepe just going out there and making him pay every single time he tries to engage. But nonetheless, I'm excited for this fight. Love to hear what you guys think. I'm going to go with Pat Sabatini on this fight. But, I'm not confident, at all. I think this is, one of those pick 'em fights. It's a 50-50 fight. But, yeah, I'm going to go with Pat Sabatini, but not confident. What do you guys think? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Do you guys have Chepe? Do you guys have Pat? Love to hear your guys' thoughts on the matter. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Mr. Mustache, MMA News out. Let's fucking go, fight fans.